King. Now, Tafl King is a game that, when I saw this cover, which, by the way, this is from the Meat Show artwork, right? Or no,
No, I don't think so.
Is it not?
It just kind of looks like
it has a style to it.
Yeah, it's not.
I really, really enjoyed the cover to this game.
It is.
And I had never heard of this game, and once I played it, I went and looked it up online and was kind of shocked to find that this is an old game.
A legitimately, like, from the 600s or something kind of game. Like, Vikings did play this.
Yeah, this is from Finland, and it seems that it's a Finnish game from, I think Board Game Geek has it at 400 AD.
Yeah.
But that's a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
We were not alive. Any of us. Anyhow, so in this game, this is a little thematic, too. One person is a king surrounded by soldiers. Everyone else is trying to take him over. Z will tell you more.
There we go. In Tafl King, one player is going to be playing the black pieces, set up on the outside, the attackers, and then the white pieces for the other player would be the defenders, with one special piece right here being the king in the center. The black pieces are trying to capture the king by surrounding it with their own pieces orthogonally or up against the edge of the board, and the white pieces are trying to get the king out to safety by one of these four corners, okay? These places are not places the players can enter, as well as the very center, as soon as this moves off of it, cannot be re-entered. And you are going to, on your turn, and it's a black player's turn first, take a piece and move it as far as you want to in a straight line. So, for example, the black piece might move here. And then the white piece is, the white player will do the same thing. The way you eliminate something is by surrounding it with two pieces, having two of your pieces next to it on your move. Whereas the king, it takes complete surrounding, all orthogonal places. Any other piece can just be done by doing that to two. So, for example, if white did this, then the black player could do this, having two pieces around this one, and eliminate that piece. It goes back to the white player now, who perhaps would do something. I'm making bad moves here on purpose, but they're going to do that. And then the black pieces could do this, for example, and eliminate that. Now, the main objective of the white player here really is not to get into a fight as much as it is to get this king out of here and trying to prevent the opponent from fully surrounding them. This is a little bit tougher to fight, because having just two pieces like so is not going to do it. They need to get all four. And the king can also fight. So in a situation like this, the white player could go here, and now having two pieces around this one, including the king, could eliminate that. You do not kill yourself on your own turn. An opponent would have to do that to you. If they did that, then they do eliminate this piece, and the king still needs to have two more. So if they manage to do this, they win. Or if they do it against the board, they also win if they manage to do it like that, with this piece counting as a blocked place. Or if they just do it like this against the edge of the board here, then they also win. Whichever side achieves their victory first, of course, game is immediately over and they have been successful. That's how you play the game.
I really like this game.
This one's very interesting, and it surprises me in a wonderful way how I've never heard of this classic game.
Right.
We've heard of chess and checkers and Go, even. These games that are from other places in the world that we've heard of, that are out there. And not to say that this is not out there. I'm merely pointing at my own ignorance here. But it is such a refreshing and incredible discovery to, in this year, 2024, discover a Viking game. And not just that, but play it and go, this is good. This is like as good as modern games.
I agree. I mean, it does feel like a classic.
Yes.
It feels like an older game. But one of the things that it does that I like abstract games that give you some freedom of movement. Mm-hmm. Every game where you move one space, it's not interesting. These all move like rooks in chess.
Right.
That lets the board can change pretty quickly, and it does something that very few abstract games do. It's asymmetrical.
That's wild.
I mean, you move the same, but the way you play is different.
That is mind-blowing to me. This game is an asymmetric game from couple thousand years ago.
When we first played it,
Almost, but like it's just mind blowing. I mean, how many abstract games can you think of that are classic games like this, where the two sides played differently? It's really something.
yeah, when we first played, you actually were playing symmetrical in a sense. You were playing the king, and we were
Yeah.
both fighting, and suddenly at some point, you
Well,
moved your king in a way, and both our minds just like clicked at the same time, going, "Oh, that's how the game plays."
Yeah, I was sort of getting into a land war with you,
Like
and
attrition, and we're going back.
yeah, and I'm
forth.
like, okay, I'm losing this fight. I got way fewer fighters than you. This is not going well. And then, yeah, you're right. That switch came about where I'm like, oh, the game's not to get into a fight with the black pieces here. I need to escape. They are protecting the king so that the king can escape.
Which honestly is really thematic.
It's very
It's really cool.
interesting.
They're like sitting out there dying, like, just go. You lead the people. you need to save the kingdom. Whatever.
Yeah, it has these great moments where you see the plays. Again, I love this in an abstract, especially as you're sort of getting to learn the game, where you see someone make a move and you go, okay, I'm seeing variations here. I'm starting to see if I go there, you could jump in and block me. Ooh, I could throw a person in the way and then you can't stop me, and the king in a 1-2 punch can escape. These moves start to come forth. You start to discover these things. This one is very clever.
Yeah, so for me, this is an 8. I had a lot of fun with it. I also should point out the production of this one is very nice. It manages to look classic, but with some modern things, like with the screen printing on
Yes.
the stuff. But it still has a classic look. You could have this out at a pub, and it would not look out of place.
Yes.
People could go over and play it, and it would feel almost like a pub game. Mm-hmm. And so this is one that doesn't need to be messed with. I don't think, as far as I can tell, that the rules have changed much since the original game. Like, this is not some new addition that I could tell.
I don't
other
think
than
so,
how it
yeah.
looks.
Yeah, I think it's the same stuff. Yeah, and you can look online and you'll find many, many versions of this game, printings, but it's the same game. I'm also giving it an 8. I do have a small quibble with the production, and that is that the pieces, the paint on these wooden pieces is chipping off. We keep
is it?
finding pieces of it everywhere. That's what this all is, actually.
Oh, no.
So I am worried that, especially because they come in a bag, that from just hitting or a lot of play, they're going to chip. But also, above and beyond that, they kind of leave a mess behind. So as you play this game, they start to you'll find, pieces of debris like that one, which you
yeah,
cannot
I am
see.
seeing that now.
They're everywhere. So, but I'm still giving it an 8. I would actually be higher if it was a really classy production of this. This one's a good production. It's not what I would call a classy production. But if you've never played the game and you don't want something that looks like an old, archaic, boring game, then this is a good learning one. Because it looks cool. You're like, oh, these are neat little Vikings and they're fighting. And so, yeah, 8 out of 10 from me. This is quite a shocker.
Tafl King.